All right, so this one is actually very fantastic. This is a very good project. In the sense that I don't know, in the sense that it's just a very good project actually. So this is Django CRM, or long version is Django Customer Relationship Management System, right? So obviously the reason why I called it Django CRM is solely because of the fact that it was built within Django. So I'm going to be walking you guys through the functionalities and things this can do, but I just kept it like minimal so that you can obviously take this source code and then build on it and add your own layer of control and functionality. So I'm just going to be signing into this and then walking you guys through the whole behavior. So I'm going to sign in using a super user account or a global admin account. And if you take notes here, I'm going to be signing in with my email and not username. So I also like made this change that users can sign into this application with their email address. So I'll put in my password here as well too, and then I'll just click on enter, and then this is how the layout looks like. Very simple. I mean, if you know me, you know that I enjoy simple user interface. Okay, so while we're here, I'm just going to be showing you guys around. So this is an account, or obviously this is my own account here, and I am the super admin here, or the super user for this application or in this application. All right, so there are things I can do here that other users cannot do, obviously because they don't have the permissions to do so, right? So for example, over here you can see where it says customer. This is a drop down. So here I can add customer, or I can view all the customers that I have inside of this application. Currently, I just have one customer, but I'm going to be creating a customer from scratch, and then I'll be showing you guys how the whole thing pans out. All right, so I can come over here and obviously view like details of this customer and everything. I can also come over here, edit the customer information and also delete the customer. So one important thing I also incorporated into this application is when you try to delete a customer, I wanted this to like just show up and just let you know that okay, you're trying to delete this customer. Do you want to proceed with this? So I didn't just want to attach the link directly to this, just so you can have enough time to think of your choice before deleting. All right, so over here we have settings. So there are some things here that are only visible to the super user. So things such as register customer representative. So this can only be done by a super user, and then not AI users, actually all users. This was a mistake. So all users can only be seen by the super user. So currently we just have two users in this application. Obviously we can come over here and delete a user if we want to. We can also edit information of a user if we want to as well too. Again, this and this can only be seen by the global user or the super user. So here as well too, we can also come over here and register customer representative if we want to. So first name, surname, email ID, password, and then confirm password. Then we can now share this information with the customer rep. And also we can obviously change our password here. All right, so we can enter the old password and then enter the new password, confirm the password as well too. Okay, that is there as well, and I'm just going to be walking us through on how to add a customer and then manage a customer basically from this site. So I'm going to be showing you guys the view of a customer rep. So this is how the customer rep user interface is going to look like as also. Everything is still the same except from the fact that the customer rep have limited functionalities. Now you can see here when I click on view customers, I can only see the customers that have been assigned to me, right, as the customer rep. So I'm only seeing um, customers that are within my own scope. So which means that if I have test customer two and that customer was not assigned to me, then I will not be able to see that customer here. I'm going to be showing you guys this in a minute, but let's just see other things as well too. Here we have settings. As you can see, we just have two options here. We can't add any rep, and we can't view all of the users in the application. We can just update our profile, and then we can obviously come over here and change our password as well too. All right. So for customers, we can obviously add a new customer. And when we click on add customer, we can just add their first name, surname, email ID, and phone number. So we can do test, and then let's call this customer 2. All right. And I'll just say test customer 2 at email.com. And then phone number, let's just do this for phone number. All right, and then I'll click on submit. So now it's going to just tell me that customer has been added to the database, right? So if I click on view customers, I can see I have test customer 1, and I can see I have test customer 2, right? So now I can see that I have two customers that have been assigned to me. So by default, when you create a new customer with your own account, that customer will be assigned to you automatically, although this can be changed in the future. So I'm just going to be walking you guys through this now, right? So let's say I have this new customer called test customer 2. I can obviously edit this customer information as well too if I want to. All right, and I can just view the customer. So I'll click on view. So when I click on view, it says you don't have permission to view this resource. So let's try that again. View customer and then view customer. All right. So I think I made a blunder somewhere in my code. So I'm going to edit that quickly. All right. So just give me 1 minute to do this. So that should be customer and that should be views.py. Customer details. So yeah. So I'll just have to remove this. Okay. Cool. So um, that was actually a mistake. So when I refresh this again and I come over to customer, view customers, then I click on view, I should be able to view my customer information, right? So here just says, oh, this is actually the name of the customer. Obviously, all these things are just, filler text. So here it gives me quick information about the customer. Is letting me know that is here that says pending is just letting me know that this customer had not yet been verified. So which means this is still a lead, right? So we have not yet transformed this customer from a lead into a proper customer. That's why it's still saying pending. All right. So here it says the customer's name, first name and surname, then the email address, and then the phone number of the customer. Then here we can see actions. So for action, we can only edit the information of this customer, right? But when you go over to the actions from the super user end, so let me click on view customers. So if I click on view customer from my own account, which is the global admin or super user, if I drop down action, I can see I have other options here. I can edit the information, I can delete this customer, or I can reassign this customer to another representative. Anyways, let me just walk you guys through, this place, and then before we start to reassign customers to new persons. All right, so when I have a new customer, or when I add a new customer, to the application, then the main goal here is to keep track of this customer, or to do everything in my own power to make sure I convert this person into a customer that will come and buy our product. So for now, this is actually a lead, not even a customer, because you can see it's still showing pending. So so when we transform test customer 2 into an actual customer, then we can now update this and now show verified. All right, so here we're just going to say customer notes, and we'll just say just talked to tests CS2 and he showed interest in our products, right? And I would be scheduling a follow up date with him. All right, so when I click on submit, you can see I would add the notes here quickly. Now you can see that I have these notes added, to the URI very quickly once I click on submit, and then it's going to tell me the timestamp and also who made this note. So you can see I made this note myself, and that is why you can see my name here, or not my name, but I see the rep's name, right? So here we have pagination, but this is actually grayed out. It would only show when the instances here are up to 5. So I'm going to walk you guys through that as well. So now we want to schedule a new follow-up date with this customer. So what we can do here is we can click on schedule dates, and then we can choose a date. Probably let's say we want to schedule for 10th. All right, and then we'll click on submit. And when we click on submit, this would actually schedule a follow update with this customer, and that would actually be updated in our notes saying that new date has been scheduled to follow up with the customer. You can see that in our notes here. Okay, and obviously this is the timestamp and it was done by this person as well. So if I should click on this person's name, I can obviously see all the customers that have been assigned to this particular representative, right? So we have customer one, we have customer two. So if I go over to my admin account here, obviously I don't have any customer assigned to this my account. All right, but I can obviously like come here and make my notes, in this customers detail page. I can obviously come here and say, please make sure please make sure you follow up with this customer. All right, so I can click on submit, and then you can see my name here. All right, and then this was when I made the notes. All right, and then by this person. So if I should click on my name, you wouldn't see any customer assigned to me. Obviously that's because I don't have any customer assigned to me. So you can see the difference now. So this person, you click on her name and you can see she has two customers that she is managing and trying to convert from a lead to an actual customer. All right, so let's go back to the reps account, and then you see the behavior as well too. So let's click on customer, then view customers. All right, yeah. So we're going to do something. We're going to click on this one, view. So now let's say it's already time for the schedule. Then we call the customer and everything. We can click on schedule date again, and then we can click on, let's say we want to schedule for September 18th, and then we just click on submit. Now you can see we don't have a follow up for September 18th, and once we schedule a new date, this is actually going to change, right, to September 18th. So if I click on schedule date again and I click on this, probably let me say I want to schedule for 3rd, and I click on submit, you can see this is now going to change to August 3rd, 2024. So that is the whole behavior of everything. So let's say, for example, we've converted this customer into um, so say for example we've converted this customer from a lead to an actual customer. So what we can do now is we can just convert to action, edit information, click down and then click on verified, click on submit, and then it's going to change this customer from pending into verified, right? And obviously this customer has been verified, so simply means that this customer has now been changed from a lead into a customer, right? So you can do so much things here. You can actually do so much things here, and you can actually build on this, add your own functionality on this, and just make it worth the while actually. So yeah, so I said I was going to show you guys the pagination thing. Like I said, this will only come up when this is more than 5. So we can just do change, or can do converted customer from a lead to an actual client or something. So we'll click on submit, and you can see this will now be activated, or this will now be enabled. So we can click on next, and obviously we can see everything, so just so we'll not have like a messy UI. So that's the whole point of everything. And again, we can even like delete customers, but we can't do that from here. We'll have to go to our admin accounts where we have the rights to delete customer. So we can click on here, view customers, and then we can just drop this down and we can delete customer. We'll click on delete, and then that will be gone. We can come here again and then can delete customer, and then that will be gone as well too. So when we come over here and refresh, this is going to break, obviously telling us that it doesn't exist because this customer has been deleted. So we can go back here. Again, doesn't exist, I know. So we can refresh and we can see nothing here because we don't have any customer in the application anymore. So that is just a very simple customer rep solution. Again, like I said, this is just the foundation. You can add your own code, build on this, and make it more powerful than it is. And obviously, you can do so much with this actually. But this is just like the base. This was my own idea of what I thought a CRM should look like. Probably this is not your own idea. Probably you feel like, oh, there should be more. Definitely, you can just take the source code and then add more features to this and make it extreme to your own taste. So yeah, that's just that on building a CRM. And yeah, well, the thing is, I'm going to be off. So I'll be off from Django for a while because I'm trying to work on personal things. I might not be publishing Django tutorials much like that again. I might be publishing more on Office 365, but it's still the same thing actually. Well, I mean, technically it's not the same thing, but it's still the same publishing, right? But yeah, then again, I'll just make sure that I touch on some Django concepts and Python concepts from time to time. But for now, I just want to reduce the times I post Django tutorials and just try to focus on things I'm working on personally. And yeah, so that's just that. But if you have any questions, if you need any clarification, any observation, please feel free to reach out to me. My email ID is already attached to this channel as well as my Instagram page, so you can reach out to me on any platform, or Instagram or um, what was I trying to say? Instagram or email. Yes. Yeah, you can reach out to me via any channel. All right, so you guys, take care, and I'll be seeing you. Maybe not so soon, but I'll be seeing you guys. All right.